All right, so today we're doing solving rational equations. There's two ways you can do it. As you can see, method one and method two. We're probably going to do method one for the most part. I think that's the one that most people kind of remember and like doing. Method two deals with the LCD, or least common denominator. And again, that's fine if you want to do it that way. But I think with proportions, when you see something like number one, I'm hoping a lot of you guys would see, cross multiplying. So that's what we're going to do. That's the method we're going to do. Okay. So for number one, again, you see a fraction with an equal sign in between it, which means we can cross multiply. Okay. Now that we do that, I'm just going to solve this just like I would in algebra 1. Okay. Distribute. Bring all the variables to one side of the equation. Okay, divide by my coefficient, right, to get my variable by itself. And I'm done, okay? All right, next, it's a little more complicated, but it's the same method. We're just going to cross multiply. So I get 7, a minus 8. And I would definitely write this extra step that I'm putting in here. I wouldn't just start trying to multiply, because I think a lot of times when people do that, they forget to distribute, or they mess up with the signs or something like that. So I would definitely write out this extra step here. Okay, now again, I'm going to bring all the variables to one side. I just like to keep my variables positive for the most part, so that's just me. So I'm going to subtract 6a on both sides. Okay, now I'm going to add 56. I'm left with 1a over here, equals 59, so a is going to be 59. Okay, now that answer seems a little weird, so let me just go back in and just check it. For the first fraction, if I have 3 over 59 minus 8 equaling 7, 59, 2 times 59 plus 1. Yeah, something seems weird there, but let's check it out. All right, so 3 over 51 equals 7, so 59 would be 120, 118, plus 1 is 119. So are they equal to each other? 3 over 51. So if I just pull out my calculator, let's see. 3 divided by 51. Okay, it's about 0.058. And then 7 divided by 119. Okay, yeah, so that's right, actually. So even though it was weird, I just went back and checked and then used my calculator, and that is true, actually. So this is our answer. All right, last one for the day. Again, we're going to cross multiply, although something is going to happen here, right? R times R is going to give me R squared. And then over here, I'm going to get 4R minus 1. When I distribute, right, I get 4R minus 4. And now, okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to square root? But if you are thinking that, like to get rid of the squared, well, what's the square root of 4R minus 4? It's going to get a little weird. So I'm hoping you see, okay, we have a quadratic, right? So let's try to bring everything to one side. So if I subtract 4R on both sides, okay, and then add 4 to both sides. Again, just trying to bring everything over. So I have a quadratic set equal to 0. Why did I want to do that? If I have a quadratic set equal to 0, well, now I can try and factor. What are my factors of, let's change the color here, C that add up to B? My factors of 4 that add up to -4. That would be -2 and -2. So I get R minus, right, R minus 2. And R minus 2. Okay, so now if R minus 2 and R minus 2, right, equals 0, what R would give me 0? Well, that would be 2, right? And let's just go back and just check to make sure that that makes sense, because again, well, not again, I know we've talked about it in class, but I didn't say it on this video. If I have a number here that gives me a 0 underneath here, right, that wouldn't make any sense because you can't divide by 0. But I look and I say to myself, okay, it would be 2 over 2 minus 1 equaling 4 over 2, which makes sense, right? Because this over here would give me 2, and then over here, this would also give me 2. So this is my answer, okay? So that's all we're going to do for today. Tomorrow we're going to pick up with this again, but I just wanted to sort of start you off with some easy ones.